Out of nowhere, question of the week: Zombie and Chance. As y'all know, Netflix apparently just signed a deal with the WWE. My question to the both of you is: what is an appropriate monthly amount you will pay for to watch Monday Night Raw?
I'm not gonna hold you. I just found out Netflix is almost $25 a month. So I'm not gonna hold you. Your boy has a site, and my site is gonna get Monday Night Raw. So I'm not paying nothing. I'm not paying nothing for that, man. That's crazy. $25. You telling me I gotta work an hour of my shift of my work week to go watch wrestling and pay cable for to watch SmackDown? I don't know.
What about you, Zombie King? How you feeling?
Hey, I always say I'm a UFC fan, and being a UFC fan is one of the most expensive fans to be. And I hopefully WWE is not going towards that road
Right.
of just having everything paid for. Like I'm not trying to pay for cable. That's why I pay for subscriptions. But then again, I'm paying for so many subscriptions. It's like the same amount of cable. So it's like there's an oxymoron going on. So yeah, I'm not trying to come out of pocket too much for this.
I feel both of you on that. I can see Chance right now just coming home after a long day of work, turning on Netflix, and then bam, got leather kilt Drew McIntyre on his TV complaining
Leathered
about how
up,
he's not
bro.
champion.
Head to
Yo,
toe leathered. You gonna come out with a leather sword next? Watch.
allegedly, my man's contract ends after WrestleMania. So I might not even have to deal with the leather kill no more on Mondays. Maybe a
Might deal
little
with them
eight.
on Wednesdays.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
you know what I mean?
you're still
He
gonna
can't
deal
complain
with
about a
them. He's
belt
gonna change
there.
the date.
I deal with him, but he can't complain about how he didn't get a belt. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you just
True.
got here.
Hey,
You gotta pave your way.
He still could complain about not getting the belt though.
you might get the
Imagine.
boot.
Oh
Oh
no, that'd be
man! All right.
absolutely
Well,
crazy.
Netflix and WWE combining together to hopefully 2025. We might see that $25 a month, according to Chano. Don't quote him on it, but it might be $25 a month.
That,
But
that,
we
that
got a lot
sounds
to talk
about right.
about. Royal Rumbles this Saturday, so let's go ahead and start our show.
You know what I see? I see your mother. I see two spoiled, ungrateful little rich bitches. That's what I see. I enjoy destroying lives. And watch, I can even make my ass do tricks. Watch this. You and God versus me. Vincent Kennedy McMahon and the product of my semen, my son Shane. You might have some support from this audience, but 95% of them are idiots. My testicles are the size of grapefruits. Whoa!
What is going on, everybody? Your favorite faction is back. I'm back. I am Marcus Hernandez. I'm with the Zombie King. I'm with Chano. We don't have Brandy
You
Savage tonight due to Brandy graduated his class. He
Let's
is now
go.
how would you say this? A certified engineer, technician in computers.
That's right. Something
Steve
fancy like that.
Jobs? The next
Yeah,
Steve
man.
Jobs?
I'm
if you
down
didn't
for that.
notice, Brandy was going to school to start fixing rocket ships because it is his
Yeah.
dream
You
one
don't know.
day to be on the moon and watch a Roman Reigns match. So congratulations, Brandy.
Yeah.
You
He's
now
gonna be
know
the
how to
first
fix
one on the
rocket ships.
moon to put up the ones.
Throw off the ones on the moon.
Put up the ones.
But how about
um,
yourself, man? How's dad's life? How's your son treating you? How's
hey
the
man,
wife? How's everything?
that life is really good. I can't complain, honestly. I have a really great son who sleeps when he's supposed to sleep, and
There
me
you
and the
go. That's
wife
half
get
the
to sleep
battle.
when we need to sleep, and it's been really good. The hardest thing, though, I will say, one, going back to real life work and like getting like adjusting back to real life, but then two, um, if you didn't tell me that cable at the hospital sucked, I don't think I
Hey.
can no longer be friends with everybody else.
Wait,
That's-
Hey, man.
how long were you home for?
We were in the hospital for 3 days.
No. Until you went back to work.
I took 2 weeks off.
You don't get 12?
Damn.
No, bro. What?
Wow, that's crazy.
I got three days bereavement, and then I had to use the rest out of like vacation and PTO time.
So
He's trying to save those times.
Listen, another reason why New York City is up. If you are a father in the New York City area, you now get 12 weeks of fatherhood. Enjoy your rights, brothers. Enjoy your rights.
Enjoy your rights. Enjoy your rights.
Yo, hopefully they add on that WWE Netflix account with that on. You know, you become a new dad, you get a free WWE Netflix account for a year. You know, they should do that promotion.
I don't know what they're gonna do. We don't have Nitram, as Chana would say, Nitram, aka Martin. He's also
AKA.
not on here with us tonight.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
I'm not gonna hold you. There's no way that's pronounced Netram, bro. It's
Netram,
T on
man.
the R. It's Nitram. Like
It's
my man's
Netram.
Nitram. My man Nitram is not here today.
But
He has braids.
where are you getting
That's
the rum
why.
from?
Because it's Nitram, not Nitram.
Nitram, you just said it. It's Nitram.
Because you guys
It's
are
like
messing up. It's
WG
Nitram.
Nitro, bro.
Because we're Hey, let's talk about this week of wrestling. This week of wrestling, to me, man, it seemed really rushed out of SmackDown and Raw. I think they were just trying to throw too much information for the Royal Rumble that's coming up this Saturday. But what you guys take from SmackDown and Raw?
I mean, SmackDown was alright. I mean, had this the signing and all that. I mean, it was alright.
I mean, SmackDown was cool. You get some further seeds planted for the Rumble and like future events. So SmackDown started off with the contract signing. Roman ain't show up because
You don't need to.
he don't
know,
need to,
you know
bro.
about
He's
that,
Roman. He's Roman freaking Reigns. But Nick Aldis is not playing any ball with the bloodline. He does not care what
I
agreements
see
he
that.
had with Pierce. Not at all. My man said, "Oh, Roman don't want to show up and sign it." He's like, "Cool, bro. This is a triple threat match. I do not care."
That's it.
Puts a little pressure on him.
I mean, I do love how he's showing his dominance.
Nick Aldis 1,000% is letting his nuts hang.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He is
massive
100%.
balls. If Colt the Miz.
Bro, 1,000%. We got kind of like used
Does
to.
Does he handle the bloodline better than AP handles the Judgment Day?
Oh, AP is a pushover. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why they got whatever the hell he wanted.
Especially
Yeah,
with
okay,
Rhea.
okay.
I mean, come on.
Bro, AP's like, bro, you go to AP's office, like, yo, bro, I want a title match, and AP's like, okay,
Okay.
You got
you're
it.
there.
Next week.
And then
Fair enough.
AP's like an hour and a half before Raw. I got 2 fire matches, bro. They weren't even your idea, bro. They kicked down your door and they demanded it.
Always
Yeah,
walking
it's
down the
a
hallway
pistol.
in his phone. He's always walking down the hallway in his phone. Oh yeah,
I just
we're
got
gonna
off-
make it right now. I just got off
I
the
just got on
phone.
the
And
phone.
I ain't talking to nobody, bro.
He's like, listen, they just told me I have this fire match.
Yeah.
Tozawa versus Almas. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? That's not fire, bro. Let me
Yeah,
know what
straight
time it is.
match.
Don't sleep on
so I
Gonzawa,
skipped
though,
that.
bro. Don't sleep on Gonzawa.
Ain't nobody trying to watch
Yeah.
Tozawa versus Omos in a strap match.
Let him work, bro. Let him work. Let him work.
True. So back to the Smack Dizzy. We also end up having that AJ style LA Knight seeds being planted. You know what I mean? Like Randy's not really
Yeah.
getting involved in anybody. Randy just has his eyes. Listen, as a vet, been in the company for
Randy
27
ready.
years. He has his eyes at the prize. He knows who he's focused on. He's not giving AJ any mind. He's not giving
LA
LA
Knight
Knight any
anytime.
mind.
No.
My man is just handing him business. He even choked up Paul Heyman a little bit, guys. And listen, I thought that
did.
was dope. I thought that was really dope. So we have the LA Knight AJ seeds. I think that might be a future match down the line, a nice little future rivalry. Because AJ is very safe to work with, you know what I mean? I feel like AJ makes everybody he works with look good.
Yeah.
Especially LA Knight
Yeah.
who can't wrestle. So,
I don't know. So
man, it's terrible.
he's
not your style. He's just not your style of wrestling.
just not your style of wrestling. That's all.
What,
Just
whack?
like
The whack style?
just
The
like
whack
Danielson's
style?
not your style of wrestling.
Not your style, bro.
Listen, I can admit Daniel Bryan is nice though. LA Knight is basuda, garbaggio,
Hey, man.
dog water, trash.
Hey. Hey,
This is
I mean, I
applicable.
feel you. I feel like that
Luke Game
AJ
is
Styles is
Luke
a
Game
good
is
opponent for him
so
to
much
like
better.
help him elevate, because AJ Styles does a great job at trying to help elevate people. Excuse me.
Oh
I
yeah,
was having this conversation separately, like on the side with my cousin, and I was telling him that I believe Swerve is one of those people. I know this is a little AW, but Swerve, I forgot who the other person was, and Jay White are people. It doesn't matter who they face; they always make the other person look good and strong, and they always make it seem like it was a really close match. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
And I
and
feel
that
like
definitely
AJ.
goes with this past match he has. We'll get into it later, but that it hits a nail on the mark.
So it's like I feel like AJ Styles is one of those people who would make LA Knight look good and make the match look closer than what it actually
Yeah,
is from a talent standpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I 100% agree, and I also think about them, the three wrestlers you just named, AJ, Swerve, and White. They can also they make their opponents look good, make the match believable, and even if they win or lose, they never really get hurt in their match. You know what I mean? Other than Jay White with this title, that like he should have won that title. This thing, but like any match they do, like if they lose, they still look good. Like no matter what. Like it's very rare to have that.
Sure, I just wonder what the end game would be for an LA Knight AJ Styles clash, and where would that be going towards, like Universal Title Championship match, or like what are we doing? Because if it's just for nothing, y'all just gonna scrap to scrap, I'm cool with it because I know it's gonna be a fantastic match. But
I think you just leave it
where would
like
that
that.
story be leading to? You know what I mean? With everybody saying AJ Styles, or I don't know.
I think you leave it like that. No title. Just let a feud become a feud.
Also, I also agree to that. You know what I mean? Let the feud be a feud. It elevates LA Knight, cementing him in that main event picture, and it gives AJ something to do. You know what I mean? Who are you going to pair AJ Styles up against in this current SmackDown roster? The SmackDown roster is kind of like weirdly shaped at the moment. You know what I mean? We have
Yeah.
Roman head and shoulders above everybody else with the bloodline. And then you have Randy, AJ, LA Knight, and then Lashley. Lashley's not even looking at the main event picture right at the moment. You know what I mean?
No, he's getting his own little thing going on.
So it's like, what do you do with AJ Styles if you're not putting him against LA Knight for like a couple weeks? You know what I mean?
I wonder if AJ Styles is gonna hit him with you've been saying the same catchphrase since
Since he got in.
TNA.
Listen, I hope so. I genuinely hope so. Honestly, I really hope a little Royal Rumble spoiler for me. I do hope we get Andrade to the Blue Brand because I feel like SmackDown can use somebody like Andrade. You know what I mean?
Andrade would be
I feel
great.
He would be great, but
obviously
I'd be
he's
mad if
not.
he gets eliminated.
No, no, I don't think he's going to win the Rumble. I think it's a great introduction for him and put him on SmackDown because SmackDown needs some of
Yeah.
those top guys, especially when Roman goes AWOL for a little while. You know what I mean? So I feel like AJ and LA Knight are perfect for each other at the moment. I'm not LA Knight's biggest fan, but I do understand where he lies on the card. He is no longer a mid card wrestler at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need to pair him with AJ. Going
Really,
into the mid card, my fault. And what happened?
No, I thought more Raw was lacking on stars. Like I would think Andrade would go to Raw because I think they need more stars. They have. I feel like SmackDown has plenty of mega stars right now.
Well, the reason I have Andrade going to SmackDown is because what the E tends to do a lot is if you're married to somebody on the SmackDown roster, you
Bro.
tend to be paired up with them on their brand. Charlotte, as of right now, is a SmackDown superstar. May she rest easy and
Yeah.
heal up pretty nicely. So I assume Andrade would go to SmackDown as well. You know what I mean? That's just my natural assumption. I don't know if Papa H is like, you know what? I'm gonna mess with what I'm doing.
So let's see.
Going to NXT.
I
You going to
strongly
NXT?
feel if Jay Cargill so happens to win the Rumble, I think we see Charlotte goes through whatever brand she goes to, and I think Raw needs some girls right now. It's getting lackluster in Raw when it comes to women's
My
division.
my issue with Raw isn't necessarily the women's division. I feel like the women's division on Raw is pretty fine. My issue with Raw is the elevation of the women outside of Rhea Ripley. You know what I mean? Nia Jax
Yeah.
is a star.
Yeah.
Nia Jax
I
is a
mean, right now,
star.
I feel like what they're doing with Nia Jax is perfect.
Yes, it's a perfect bill for Nia. But I honestly,
Mhm.
I genuinely mean when I say Nia has done more for the women's division than Rhea Ripley. The issue of Rhea being so dominant of a champion as she is, it kind of puts you in a position with the rest of the wrestlers on your brand that you don't necessarily have anybody who's believable to go against her. You know what I mean? As much as
Yeah.
Again,
as much as we
yeah.
all know that Jade Cargill is a powerhouse and a superstar, and we all know what she could be, we don't know what she is in WWE yet. You know what I mean? So we can say,
Definitely.
Rhea and Cargill would the perfect
On
clash of
paper.
titans
On paper.
on paper, but ideally we
Yeah.
don't know what that actually looks like. We know Becky is a superstar, but everybody they fed to Rhea, it has been very, very quick.
Yeah. Almost
And
too
not for nothing,
dominant.
you're way too dominant. I'm fine with a dominant champion, but we need to start giving like at least like a 60-40 match. Because
Yeah.
if you don't do it that way, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter who she faces.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know what I
it's
mean?
almost, you know, we're a comic book nerd here. You know what I mean? And I'll use in this term. What's the point of Supergirl if there's never kryptonite? You know what I mean? What's the point of rooting for someone that never gets hurt, never shows weakness, never shows anything? Like, what's the point? Not rooting, because obviously supposed to be a heel, but we need something more. Like what Chance just finished saying, we need more of a 50-50 max or 60-40 match, not just a 80-20 match like we've been getting past like 8 months. I want to say,
Bro,
maybe
it's
close to a
almost a
year.
year. It's
Almost a year.
it's almost a year, and I can't necessarily say anything great for Rhea's title reign. She's
Yeah.
built, you know what I mean? The women's division wasn't great from the beginning. H and the rest of them fine people at the E, they've been trying to build that women's division back up, and it's been working so far. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
The
Yeah.
women's
I
tag
mean,
division.
of course. I mean, the women's title in Raw is still it's up there. I mean, it's been lackluster, but it's still in high prestige.
I think
Look at-
I think I think what it has just been with Rhea is just like, is she the most dominant woman on that Raw locker room? Most likely.
Yeah.
100%.
down.
You know what I mean? And like Chance said, it's been too quickly. And also at the same time, it's just like the girl she is getting fed obviously can't dance with her in that ring. Because Rhea is just phenomenal. You know, so it sucks because on the flip hand, you have your other show, SmackDown, who's doing phenomenal things with their women. You know what I mean? We have your women's champion. She's in a top-notch faction with top-notch wrestlers who doing top-notch things. And then on the opposite side, everybody they're feuding with are top-notch wrestlers who are also doing their little own side quest to get to their championship, but still feuding with Damage Control. And Raw doesn't have anything like that because all the other
no.
women on Raw they just don't combine like that. You know what I mean? Like Shayna Baszler is somebody who I would love to see maybe take the title from Rhea, but at the same time, it's just like, is
It's
Shayna
not there.
Baszler really that next person? You know what I
No,
mean?
it's
Like,
not there. I mean, Raw right now, it's only 3. You got Rhea, Becky, and Jax. That's it. SmackDown, we got a whole handful.
I don't think SmackDown necessarily has a handful. I just feel like with SmackDown with EO, you can play a game where EO's in a 50-50 match. EO's about to lose. Bailey or somebody else from Damage Control
Yeah.
saves the day for her to retain. You know what I mean?
Let's be honest. You got EO, Asuka,
Bailey,
Bailey. No,
Bayley.
the tag partner with Asuka.
Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane,
Kairi Sane,
Bianca Belair,
Bianca Belair.
Charlotte Flair.
Like, it's
She's-
like,
she's hurt right now.
like, I'm losing.
She's
I'm
on the
losing
roster,
fingers here.
though.
I'm losing fingers
Yeah,
here.
but here's the thing: when you have a big women's faction like Damage Control, you potentially take away all those women who could potentially fight her. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
Agree.
Asuka went into the mix. Kairi Sane, they're not necessarily doing anything with her outside of Damage Control at the moment, which is fine. Listen, she still has years on the contract, so we can see what they do with her outside of Damage Control. But ultimately, who do you have on SmackDown? You have Selena Vega. Don't get me wrong, Selena Vega and Io Sky, they do actually have really good chemistry in the ring.
Yeah.
That's not something I would mind. But then again,
I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I think Damage Control is perfect for all those women because if they weren't in that, they would kind of like Dakota Kai would be lost. She'd be lost in the mix. She'd be like an Indy Hartwell. You know what I mean? We wouldn't see her.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. And I'm not disagreeing that Damage Control isn't great because it's a great faction. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying is
100%.
Damage Control has a lot of great women in it
Yeah,
that you
and I
don't
feel like
necessarily.
it's bringing back Bailey's, not bringing back, but kind of making Bailey more exciting again. Like seeing where this feud ends.
I mean, I feel like we all know where it ends. I feel like Bailey ends up being a face, taking the strap off of EO,
Yeah.
and cementing Bailey back into that main event picture for the women's division.
I mean, I would like to
We-
see Bailey as a face right now. It's been so long, I kind of
Wait, yeah,
forget.
I'm waiting for the hugs to come back.
I don't know about
I
the
don't
hugs.
think it's.
No,
I don't think it's the
no
hugs. I think
no hugs.
she's.
I want the hugs. I want
I
the
think she-
hugs, yeah.
I think she's past. I think she's past that and grown since that. But listen, we have a very good chance. We also have Trinity coming back to the E, also known as Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
and let's see where she goes. I have a feeling she ends up in SmackDown. I have a feeling
can
she ends
see
up in SmackDown.
I can easily see that because what you finished saying, keep the couples together. But they need some people in Raw. They need some girls in Raw, man. Some ladies.
My issue with Raw isn't the women's division. My issue with Raw is mid card heavy. WWE as a whole has a lack of bona fide main eventers. Seth is down right now, right?
Supposedly.
So he didn't relinquish the title on Monday Night Raw. I don't know if you guys saw or not.
Yeah.
He did not relinquish the title.
We'll get into that because I feel like that was a bad call.
I mean, let's see about that. I mean, we're talking about Raw. Let's talk about it.
So what I'm saying about before we jump into Raw, my example with Seth is Seth is down right now, right? We'll get into that in a couple minutes. But who necessarily steps into Seth's top spot onto Raw? You have a golden goose with Gunther. You know what I mean? Gunther is clearly him. But at the same time, Gunther's also holding that Intercontinental Championship, which is also holding back the mid card on Raw. You know what I mean? And a whole bunch of people on Raw aren't ready for that main event spot. I love Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn is not a main eventer in my eyes. I think he's talented. I think
At
he's
times
absolute
he could
good as a
be.
wrestler.
At
I
times.
feel for a story, yes. For a story, he could be. But Sami Zayn is not somebody, regardless what the situation is, you could put in the main event and it's believable. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, 100%. Sami is the type of wrestler that he needs a build up and
He needs to
strong
build
build up.
and the proper story. Drew McIntyre, I'm not gonna hate on the man. I'm tired of fighting for my life every single episode with you guys. Drew McIntyre is a main eventer. Through and through, it doesn't matter what the story is. He is one of those guys. Jey Uso is not one of those guys. Jey Uso is story and build up. Just like Ant said. He could fit a need for the story.
I can see that
but to
too.
me, Jey Uso is your next Intercontinental Champion. He's somebody who can hold down that mid card, and if he does it well, potentially move up to the main event.
But
CM Cody Rhodes. My fault.
Real quick. The only thing about the Intercontinental is just that Gunther, he puts so much prestige behind it, and I feel like whoever's not Gunther, or on that caliber of Gunther, we're gonna lose that prestige a little bit, even if it is the Jey Uso.
That's fine though. That's fine because I think at the end of the day,
but that's kind of shitting on his hard work, man.
No, because it's the same thing with the Miz. You know what I mean? And like people like Jericho, they made that title for what it is. You know what I mean? They did really great things, and they made it super prestigious, super high to where it was almost better than the main title itself. And I don't think them dropping the title says, "Oh, damn!" Like, I think it's more of like a thank you for putting this title at such a high prestige, and we will try to continue to carry that. But that's on the other wrestler who they decide to give it to, or what they decide to do with that.
That's
with that title, especially
who can do that right now.
But I mean, the title's a mid card title, so it doesn't really matter who takes it. Gunther just did a really great job, like Chan said, at being a gold goose and making that fucking title incredible. He just did a great job at it. The title, that's why it's so good because. But that's why it's so good because the title's supposed to be a mid card title, and we want to see a main event title match with him in it. You know what I mean?
100%.
So whoever takes it from him, his job really is to just make that title back to a mid card championship.
No, why do that?
Because it's a mid card. Because it's a mid card championship.
All titles should mean something. Every title. Otherwise, why have a title?
They do. They just not. They don't mean as much as the
main event. Any show with the Intercontinental title.
Respectfully. So, Gunther being so dominant, so great as an Intercontinental Champion, kind of hinders the rest of the division because it doesn't matter who Gunther faces. It's not a believable opponent for Gunther. It's not a believable. Oh, this person's gonna take the win. You know what I mean? We've gotten so close with Chad Gable, but realistically, at the end of the day,
It should have been Chad.
it should have been Chad. But at the end of the day, Chad, on a pure technical wrestling standpoint, Chad is up there with Gunther. But from a pure sports entertainment standpoint, as being a dominant force, Chad isn't really that guy. And he shouldn't even been put in the position to even be that close. Honestly, and I love Alpha Academy. So whoever the champion is at the next day after Gunther, they have the work cut out for them. It's gonna be difficult,
Yeah,
but at the end of the
definitely.
day, it is a mid card champion. And Raw has a whole bunch of mid card wrestlers who will continue to put on great matches after Gunther moves on to the main event picture.
Yeah.
Because Raw is
I'm
mid card
saying that
heavy.
you can still have a mid-card main event and
Yes,
have it mean something. That's what
yes,
I'm saying.
on
And hold
yes,
that
on a
prestige. Because right
on
now,
a
if you look at, if you compare this title, this mid-card title, to SmackDown's mid-card title, like right now, I feel like the United States title is more of a prop than it is a title. It's
but
kind of, for
but the
me
U-
personally, it's kind of losing that prestige a little bit.
But the U.S. title has been like that for the past year and a half. I'm not gonna hold you. Even when it was on Raw, it kind of didn't really mean anything.
That's what I'm saying. We need to
Um,
put some
yes,
prestige behind these titles again.
but is the Intercontinental Championship is in a unique position because of Gunther.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who
hands
the next.
down, hands down. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if my WrestleMania prediction is correct and LA Knight is your next United States champion, it doesn't really matter
Okay, what I was
because
gonna say.
SmackDown doesn't really have. SmackDown has, to me, in my humble opinion, SmackDown also is mid card heavy, but it's more like low to mid card. You know what I mean? It's not mid to high mid card. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Santos, I like Santos, but Santos is the definition of a mid card wrestler. You put him in a mid card championship position, it doesn't pull the trigger for me. Kevin Owens, he can do whatever you want Kevin Owens to go do.
Yeah. You can easily put him in the title run and make sense.
But SmackDown is a position where it has less mid card stars than Raw does. But you need Gunther right now in that main event picture, so unfortunately, he's gonna have to drop the Intercontinental Championship and just let the next champion just be great.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I mean, at the end of the day, we have to believe in the product and what they're gonna go do with it regardless. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But Gunther, Drew, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is a megastar. I'm not gonna lie about that. But Cody Rhodes, to me, he's not fun to watch because Cody's gonna win most of his matches that he's on that show.
That's a fact.
He's not. He has yet to be pinned cleanly. The one time he did lose clean is when he was put to sleep, so it wasn't even like a real submission. You know what I mean? Cody's not entertaining for me to watch because I know the outcome for Cody. Cody's gonna be on the verge of losing, and he's gonna hulk up, quote unquote, hulk up, and fight and hit somebody with the 3 crossroads and pick up the dub. You know what I mean?
We can almost say the same thing for Roman.
Yes,
Yeah,
1,000%.
it's just fantastic when Roman does it, though.
Yeah, it's okay for one, not the other.
But Roman does win a clean occasionally. You know what I mean?
It's been a while, man.
It's to keep the title.
He won a match without outside.
It's for the greater good.
It's for the title. When Cody does it for a random singles match on a Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no purpose. There's no reason for him to be doing it. Yeah, it's Damian Priest. You know what I mean? Like, Cody's a megastar. I'm not gonna lie about that. But Cody doesn't have. I have no intrigue to watch Cody because whenever Cody's on my TV, I'm like, Cody's not gonna lose, and Cody's not gonna get pinned.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap up SmackDown. We scored a little bit. Let's talk about we were talking about Kevin Owens. Let's talk about Kevin Owens and Logan Paul. Talk about the United States Championship. This promo for me personally, I know I said before I got off that I thought these promos would be good because we would see where Logan Paul stands on being on the mic, and he can't stand one-on-one with Kevin Owens.
No,
cannot stand. And I mean, Kevin Owens, I think he was holding back a little bit,
a
little bit. Did you see the? Did you guys see the video that got?
Go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead. The one-liner.
He's like, what he said. You're so protected because there's so many things I want to say to you right now, and I just can't. And he was like, bro, come on. He's so, and he's 100% right. He's so protected. If they give him the same free will as they gave Punk on the mic, Logan Paul would be like, you know what, just take this title back. I don't even want to wrestle this guy. He would have ripped him to shreds.
To me, this is the best version of Kevin Owens. When Kevin Owens gets emotional in his promos, you know what I mean. I like this version of KO.
Oh yeah,
I do. I like this version of KO. When KO is emotional, he's into his promos. You could tell that he believes every single word that he says.
Yeah.
And it was a great tit for tat. It really was a great
Yeah.
tit for tat. And I feel like Logan said a few great things that Kevin Owens was the reason that he got into wrestling. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, does Logan take wrestling seriously? He probably does.
Oh,
But
100%.
ultim-
100%.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, Logan Paul has other avenues of money, so he'll never make wrestling his first priority.
Facts.
What Kevin Owens said was right. He's the United States champion because he brings more eyes to the product.
Yeah.
But the issue with that is that Logan Paul does not wrestle on Fridays.
Mhm.
Nope.
And so for a kid to watch Logan Paul wrestle, they're going to have to turn into a PLE on Peacock. I don't feel as bad for parents because back in my day, it was $60 for a pay-per-view.
Hey man,
You know
we're
what I
about
mean?
to watch Raw on Netflix soon, so we're about to be on the same boat, bro. You better start feeling this pain.
Yeah,
You better start feeling this pain now and get used to it. We're about to be
But
on the
you-
same boat next year.
But you know what I mean? Like I don't feel as bad for parents because, it's so much easier to watch a PLE off of Peacock as of right now, regardless. But
Yeah, but
he
the only
does
way to see Logan Paul wrestle, you got to pay.
basically, and that's how they're
Come on.
treating him. I think this is like the
Give
second
us
time.
one. That was my whole problem with this run too, and I said it in the first. It's like, what's the point? We're never gonna see him wrestle on TV. We're never gonna at all.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. Austin Theory was wrestling with the United States Championship like every 2-3 weeks, and nobody cared about it. You know what I mean? Rey Mysterio was United States champion. If he wasn't defending the belt, he was not coming out with the United States Championship.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
You know what I mean? My
At
man
least
was
he
treating
had a
treating that
match
like that was a Ring of Honor championship, and he was never gonna wear it to the ring unless he was actively defending it.
I don't know.
But you know what I mean? So it's like
He was holding it.
he was
but
just
I'm
holding
gonna
it.
Keep
So-
it safe until
so
Logan Paul
respectfully,
gets there.
So respectfully, is Logan Paul doing any worse than Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio? No,
No, not at all.
because at least people care about.
I'll take
People
a
care about.
little worse.
People care about Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean? Rey Mysterio is obviously a legend in wrestling.
Yeah.
But probably more people care about Logan Paul with his United States Championship. I can see Logan Paul shopping at Whole Foods. Fucking brain fart. My apologies, guys. Shopping at Whole Foods, wearing the United States Championship with his fiance, picking out apples. And oh my God's like, oh my God, is that the United States Championship? You know what I mean? So it's like, he's not really doing a worse job
I'll
than
walk up to
Austin
him and say,
Theory
"Yeah, I
and
bought the
Mysterio.
same one on the WWE shop too, bud."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But
Got
like
a
ultimately,
discount?
but ultimately he's not doing a worse job than them.
No,
I
agree.
am excited for
do-
for the match though. I do want to see it. I feel
I-
like Kevin Owens
Oh
does his
yeah.
best work with his back towards the wall. Feel like he has something to prove.
Mhm.
And I feel like this will be a good match. Logan Paul's a really good worker. He's really athletic. And they go do some cool shit.
I do agree with you. I do
Dominant.
think that Logan Paul, I think, is, like you said, he's not doing much with the title, but he's doing more than what everybody else has been doing with it since Austin Theory has dropped the title. We're not getting more We're not getting more matches, but then you also got to think about that. You got to think about even like in that Gunther situation. You know what I mean? Like the reason why we get the Intercontinental Championship matches and all the other good stuff is because of Gunther. And at the same time, I don't think Kevin Owens is that guy to make the USA title a prestigious title. So I don't know. I don't know.
It's hard,
It's a hard thing to do.
especially
Honestly,
with that title.
when they split the brands, they did SmackDown really no favors.
That's true.
They said SmackDown, we're gonna give you Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Damage Control, and Bobby Lashley. Fill out the rest of the spots how you choose. And it's not really much. I'm not gonna really hold you. I like Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is Puerto Rican and a New Yorker, so I'm obligated to like Karrion Kross.
He's so good on promos on the mic.
His
His ring ability was just. I mean, his
ring work
ability.
is good.
His ring work is good.
He has
Just
good
I
ring
don't
work.
know. There's something about his ring work that it doesn't really bring
For
in
me-
your attention. I don't know.
For me, at this point, Karrion Kross is insalvageable. This is Karrion Kross's last chance at TV time and being on the main
Yeah.
roster. You know
His
why? Because
storytelling.
They're giving him the a faction. They're letting him lead it. They're gonna give him TV time, and hopefully he gets pops. Man, listen, I don't want to see nobody be unemployed. These are these guys' dreams and passion. And if you're gonna find another wrestler, listen, hire the Zombie King. He's right here. I would
I'm right here.
gladly ship him off to work with you guys on
No
Fridays.
problem.
SmackDown needs my guy over here.
Yeah,
If you
no
guys
problem.
did not know, the
I don't
Zombie
argue.
King.
I don't do nothing. Just tell me what to do.
Listen, the Zombie King, he won Match of the Year at ECPW for that triple threat match he had,
Oh, yeah.
guys. So listen, SmackDown, you need somebody of my man's quality over here.
Yeah,
Listen, I only take a 5% agent fee for setting up this contract for you guys.
5%. That's it.
No, but honestly, back to
That's no problem.
the thing, they did SmackDown no favors when they dissected this roster. They gave Raw all the goods because it's 3 hours, and they didn't do nothing for SmackDown. We got Randy Orton now, which is amazing. You know what I mean? Who doesn't love
Yeah.
Randy? But at
Yeah.
the same time, when we look at these mid-card matches, it's kind of like, damn, this kind of sucks. I really hope Pete Dunne works out. I really hope so, guys.
I do too. 100%. I
Yeah,
do.
that can really be a good tag team.
No, I just want Pete
I
Dunne to
really-
work out. Tyler Bate. I think Tyler Bate's good and all. Don't get me wrong, but I just want Pete Dunne to work out because he's fantastic. He's a phenomenal wrestler. Great in ring work. So
Yeah, I
Yo,
just don't
so-
see him working out singles.
All right, so let's wrap up SmackDown because I feel like
Yeah.
this has been a
Let-
tangent.
listen,
LA Knight, AJ Styles, no contest, because my man Solo started spiking people because
No
Solo
course.
said, I'm going to handle it. In the words of his father, I did this for Roman. And then Randy kind of squashed Solo, guys.
yeah.
Randy
did.
kind of squashed Solo. So that's really SmackDown
Solo
in a
kind of
nutshell.
getting a little blah to me though.
Yeah, right. You know, Rikishi was in the back, like, yeah, that's my son. He probably
That's-
felt as proud as Taz did when
Did you-
Samoa Joe beat up Hook.
Choked out his son, bro.
Yo, did you see what Randy told Solo afterward? He was like, "Good shit, baby," and he smacked him on the chest.
No,
I
I
thought
didn't.
that was dope, man.
I
Listen,
gotta,
I thought that was
I'll
dope.
go back and watch that. No, I didn't catch that.
Nah,
Yeah.
that was fire. But listen, let's finally get back to our Raw shenanigans.
Yeah, I want to talk about something about Raw. I want to talk about Seth Rollins because, in my opinion, I think TKO and WWE have money in their hands right now and they don't see it. And in my personal belief, I think the title should have been vacated, put up for grabs. Right? Don't have the match at the Royal Rumble, so that makes people believe, oh, somebody from Raw is going to win the title or whatever the case might be. Right? At the Elimination Chamber, you have a match for the title with 6 guys: Gunther, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, and we'll throw Damian Priest in there. Let's say he used his money in the bank, right?
He used his money in the bank to be involved in an Elimination Chamber match. This is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, what? That's WWE shenanigans, you know what I mean? So why not? But hear me out. Jey Uso wins this match and becomes the World Heavyweight Champion, right? Drew McIntyre complains, and AP trades Drew McIntyre for Jimmy Uso. And at WrestleMania Night 1, you have Jay versus Jimmy Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then on Night 2, you have Roman versus The Rock for the head of the table in the Universal Championship.
Oh, brother, this guy
That
stinks.
sells out both nights right there.
I'm not gonna
Sells
hold you.
both nights out.
I'm not gonna hold you. Whatever.
You'll trade your tickets.
I'm not gonna hold you. Whatever fatherhood got you on, pass some of that because I would love to be as delusional as you right now. That is absolutely
I
crazy.
No, but I really did, man.
That's
Look,
too
dude,
far,
let's talk about that promo real quick because I really do feel like the title should have been dropped. I don't.
I mean, I don't know.
No, what do you mean you
Yes
don't
and
know?
No.
What do you mean? We
Because
already got
only
one champion
because-
who's not
look,
showing
I'm
up.
gonna say this.
Now,
I'm
this
gonna say
champion really
this.
can't show up.
This is the second time I'm bringing this up. Roman can get injured and be out for months.
But that's the thing. Roman's not
And
injured.
still hold the title.
Roman's not injured. It's
Steph can
it's
be
different.
injured
It's different,
and
Anthony.
for a couple of
It's
months
different
and
when he's
heal
trying to
up.
feed a whole island of Samoans
Well,
You know,
he got
they
Becky
like to
Lynch and
eat.
his
Dude, they
his
like to eat.
little
Them boys
island that
big.
he gotta feed.
Them boys big.
That's
Who?
got a
Seth,
family.
Seth Rollins got
He's the
Becky
head of
Lynch
the
money.
table
He
in his
good.
family.
Seth Rollins got Becky Lynch money. He good. He don't got to worry about working, bro. Give up the
I
title
will. I will say
yeah,
this.
but Roman got that Samoa money though.
because he's the head of the
Listen, guys.
table.
Listen, guys. I will say this. I will say this. I do believe Seth dropping the title would have been the right course of action. Hell, I would even take Damian Priest cashing in at that moment and pinning him for the ship
I'd have taken
because
that.
they kind of wrote themselves in a corner with Priest at the moment. I'll get into that in a few, but I feel like Seth should have dropped the title, see where he is health wise, and if he's ready to compete at WrestleMania, come back that Monday Night Raw, the Raw before Mania, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, and invoke his championship rematch at WrestleMania, making whatever the original match was a triple threat match.
But he drops, he gets his title back.
I don't.
Either or, if he
Nah.
gets his title back, it's gonna be boo. If he loses, it's gonna be boo. It's boo
Honestly,
no matter what.
No, I think
don't
if Damian Priest cashes in and retains, it'd be cool.
Listen, it doesn't necessarily matter at this point, but I feel like at this point with Seth Rollins still being the champion, you can now, whatever Roman's contract is and his next couple matches are, because we don't know what his schedule looks like, I feel like he's kind of mandated to work the Elimination Chamber now. Because you can't have a PLE with two world champions not fighting on it. Do one's an injury and the other one do the contract. That's just a crazy look. And it's in Australia. So I kind of feel like Roman needs to pull up to EC now and compete. They kind of wrote themselves in a corner because who knows what happens. Honestly, this would have been a
I
perfect
don't know.
opportunity for Cody to take the World Heavyweight Championship.
Let's be honest though. This pay per view is not for Roman, Seth, and this pay per view is strictly for probably Rhea. Rhea's
Listen-
gonna be it's gonna get the biggest pop. Like, let's be honest.
Listen, of course,
Whoever is gonna be take the backseat to Rhea.
I mean, of course, Rhea's gonna get the biggest pop because she's their homegrown star. But at the end of the day, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are known worldwide by WWE fans. If I'm paying my hard-earned money to go to a PLE, especially in a big stadium that they're doing in Australia, yes, I want to see my homegrown talent. I would love to see a Rhea Ripley, 1,000%, Aussie. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I want to see Seth freaking Rollins compete. I want to see the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
Compete.
I want to see Poopy Drew. I want to see Poopy
What,
Drew
in
McIntyre.
Elimination though? You gonna do Roman's gonna do Elimination Chamber?
I don't think he'll do an elimination chamber. He'll probably do a singles match. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Oh, but
Gunther's probably in the Gunther's probably in the chamber this year.
for his title instead of Roman's.
I mean, of course. I mean, Gunther has no choice but to pull
Like,
the
we
champion.
need something. We need some type of reward for the Elimination Chamber, other than a number one contenders, because there really is a number one contender.
You get it out of Rhea Ripley beating up 5 women.
Basically,
Yeah, but that's just one. We still got the men's Elimination Chamber. That needs
The-
some type of.
it's gonna be Intercontinental. How they did it?
It might
how
be
they did it
USA.
last-
Grayson
No, they're
Waller
not-
winning in Australia in his hometown.
Bro, you
I
think
mean,
they're putting Logan Paul in an elimination chamber? You're out of your mind.
why not?
Why not?
Yeah, he's a
Bro,
regular.
Why not?
Bro,
With
they're not-
Grayson Waller, Austin
They're not-
Theory,
yeah.
Santos, Dragon Lee.
Then they're
Come
not
on, it'll
risking
be
him. They're not risking him that
it'll
close
be
to
the greatest
Mania.
mid-card match of all time.
They're not doing him that close to Mania. But back to the thing is like you have two elimination
Oh,
chamber
he
matches,
wrestles
right?
on an everyday basis. He doesn't wrestle on TV.
What was the elimination chamber match last year? It was the United States Championship and the number one contender for the other women's championship, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So you could
I
probably
know
do
we better brush up on our history soon.
So you could probably end up doing that again, you know what I mean, for the women's title. And then put Gunther in the chamber, unfortunately. And honestly, this was probably a great chance for Gunther to lose the title.
True.
Personally, my dream match for Gunther is Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? There's some nasty allegations now at the moment. That we're not that. Listen, I'm gonna say it because I made a fool out of myself last time when I said "F you, Jericho." So I'm not gonna get ahead of myself again.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna play out, but I'm not gonna hold you. It don't look good for the boys.
Gunther,
back to
Brock Lesnar.
Back to WrestleMania. My perfect match. Back to my WrestleMania thing. I would love to see Gunther and Lesnar, man. What would be? Listen, we already seen people kick out of the F5.
Gunther goes over there, right?
Not even
1,000%.
I'm more curious if Brock lets him chop.
I mean,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
is
Brock-
allegedly.
Like not. I'm talking about like a Gunther.
Yeah, Brock eats a chop.
Well, of
Like
course
eats it, but does he eats it? But
Yeah,
if
he
he
eats
eats it's like a. It's
No,
really.
he eats it.
Yeah, but
I'm
if
not
he
gonna-
eats it, it's gonna be like, we already know how this match is gonna go.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, this has reportedly been Brock's last year in the company anyway.
Mhm.
Why not end it by putting over somebody like Gunther? But
True.
honestly, we're so far ahead right now. Let's go back
Yeah,
to let's
super
go back
far.
to
Super far.
let's go back to Raw. We jumped like
Super
2
far.
pay-per-views. So with Seth's situation, it's kind of like
We're all over the place, guys. You know, we're
all
only
over the
3 of us
place.
today. You know, we're rambling on. We're
You know-
feeling it. That's it.
You know what it is? Marcus came back, so we all nervous. We just want to impress our
Yeah.
boss. We just want to impress our boss, guys.
That's it. You know what I mean? We're bringing
Nah,
the
so
extra
it's like-
credit
let's
students
let's talk
right
about
now.
let's talk about that other promo that I just thought was also kind of, I don't know, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk.
It was good
It was-
for what it was.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I can
mean-
agree with you on that. It was good for
Yeah.
what it was, but it could have been better. And I mean, it
Mm.
should have been better.
No, here's the thing. I've noticed when anybody does a promo with Cody Rhodes that has known Cody or been in the industry with Cody for a while, the first thing they always bring up is Dusty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a womp.
It's like they always treat Cody with kid gloves whenever they cut a promo. Whenever they cut a promo with Cody, it's always with the kid gloves on. You can't say anything crazy towards Cody. It's just never harsh. The only thing we really got harsh to Cody when Roman was in his ass. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And Cody was in his ass, and Cody went home. He wrote some shit. He made it suspenseful. He took the mic back home with him.
You went 8 miles on them.
He went 8 miles. Listen,
You went
he
8
went 8
miles,
miles,
bro. You went the blonde hair and everything.
Bro, 1,000%. But at the same time, it's like everybody handles Cody with kid gloves. I love the seeds that they've been planning with CM Punk these last couple months, really, since Survivor
Yeah.
Series. You got the Seth seeds, you got the Drew seeds, now you have Cody Rhodes seeds. You're
You have plenty of
firmly
seeds for him.
planting him in the main event picture, which CM Punk deserves. Listen, the man is 46 years old. You guys know how I feel about old wrestlers. I don't want to see it like that. But when I do see it, I do want to see a good match. So preserve him for what you have to preserve. But if you're just going to have Cody Rhodes beat CM Punk clean, don't give me it. Don't give me it. I need to see a few Cody losses
I don't
clean.
want to see CM Punk go over clean on Cody Rhodes. I don't think
you
CM
don't
Punk
you don't
is.
got to give me that. Don't give me CM Punk going over on Cody clean. Give me a dirty CM Punk win and a Cody loss. That's all I want. Make wrestling less predictable. All 2024, guys. I want to be
Hey.
able to watch a match and not know who the victor is.
And
Just by looking at it.
not know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
I see,
not know
I
who's
see
gonna
what you're
win.
saying. I see what you're saying. I think I can agree with you. I think that their first couple matches, there can't be a win or a loss for anybody. I think maybe give me like a DQ on the first one, you know, them fighting in the crowd or something like that. Then have a no disqualification match, and then have CM Punk go over with the heel move, and then maybe have Cody, you know, coming back and winning something for his dad against CM
Still
Punk or something like that.
brother.
I don't know.
Well,
I would kind of
and-
like to see
Still
the Rock. I would kind of like to see the
fucking
Rock
cage
and
match.
Cody go at it too. So
Bro,
I mean,
a little, bro, a
yeah.
1,000%, bro, 1,000%, bro, 1,000%.
That'd
Like
be
they've been doing a great
interesting,
job with Punk. With Cody, not so much. I feel like everything they've done this year has been just to coast Cody Rhodes along to this year's WrestleMania. There's been no definitive plans. He really hasn't done anything worth of value outside of Brock. I think he fought Brock back-to-back pay-per-views, and then he fought Dom on a random pay-per-view.
on a random ass pay-per-view.
And then he fought Damian Priest on a random pay-per-view for just like, oh, you want to see me on a PLE? See me on a PLE. You know what I mean? So it's like Cody's year has not been memorable.
With that being said, then I know you've been seeing the rumors and all the headlines as well, and everybody arguing about it. Do you think this is the year Cody does finish the story then?
As much of a Roman fan as I am, and I don't want to see this title reign end until he passes Hogan, I feel like you have no choice at this point. Creatively, you have written Cody Rhodes into a corner. Cody Rhodes
Yeah.
has publicly stated on interviews, me finishing the story is not with the World's Heavyweight Championship. It is with the WWE Championship that Roman has. You have written him into a corner 1,000%. There is nothing you can do if Cody Rhodes that does not involve winning the WWE Championship that feels worth it for him.
Yeah.
His win
Okay.
percentage is too high to put him in any storyline of substance that does not revolve the title. You know what I mean? So it's like it doesn't. If Cody Rhodes is not WWE champion, what is he? What is Cody Rhodes? And their answer is just a top guy,
He's the guy from
He's
The
no-
Boys.
basically. But Cody Rhodes has to finish his story this year, because if he doesn't, what they're gonna do? They're gonna do another year what they did this year. Who's he gonna feud with this time for until SummerSlam?
Goldberg.
Drew McIntyre.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is
Drew
he gonna
McIntyre.
feud? He could feud
Andrade.
Drew. He could Andrade, but is Cody gonna take a loss?
No.
So what's the point?
He's Cody Rhodes.
If
John
bro,
Cena?
he's gonna. Oh, please don't, Listen, John can't win and Cody can't lose. What are we doing here, guys?
That's why it's perfect.
2 birds, 1 stone, bro. What are you talking
Two
about?
birds, one stone, right? 2 birds, 1 stone, bro.
This is. Oh man, this is
That's
nonsense.
it,
I
bro.
just be heated watching them. I just be heated watching the match.
Why
So it's
not?
like,
you
at-
get
man.
both. Come on.
So
Let's,
at the end of the day,
go ahead.
my fault. Let me finish this. I don't think Cody Rhodes can afford another year like he had this year. Cody's year wasn't really memorable. I think Drew's year was memorable. Seth's year was memorable. Damian Priest's year was memorable. You can even see the same for Dom and every other top guy on Raw. But it wasn't really for Cody. Can you tell me Cody's last? Can you tell me Cody's year? What stood out outside of Brock Lesnar?
He did get hurt.
He had the tag team championship run.
The tag team championship run or the Yeet interview where my man's wasn't even wrestling. Like, let's be
Both,
honest. Like,
man.
it wasn't really
Two birds, one
it
stone.
wasn't memorable because they lost the title like a week and a half later, and guess what? He didn't eat the pin.
True.
But back to the Raw
Yeah.
shenanigans, because I'll be going on a tangent all episode, guys. I apologize. I do want to talk about the future of. I do want to talk about the future of the women's tag team division, because I feel like Katana. I forgot the other girl's name. It's Katana Chance and
Something.
Sparkly McGee. That's her name until it hits me.
Yeah.
I don't. It's hard for me to believe these women as the women's tag team champions. I know they
agree.
come from NXT. I know they come from NXT. You know what I mean? I know they're super talented, but at the end of the day, it's just like Ed said about Prestige. There's nothing about this tag team that gives me any hope for it to be a memorable run. I really feel like Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green had that star power, 1,000%.
Mhm.
But
I
obviously,
think they were
injury.
getting there. Definitely
They were getting there.
Yeah.
But injuries suck, and we lost Sonya Deville for a couple months due to the ACL, and they were never able to recreate that.
But you know what? If that was Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, it wouldn't be as entertaining or anything. I think it would have flopped if it was the other girl and not Piper. My personal opinion.
I mean,
No, I think
that's-
I think Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green is what everybody wanted. I think it's because they collided so well with each other, and then like Chance said, sadly we lost Sonya, and
Maybe what everyone
it was
wanted.
great. It was cool when Chelsea was like looking for the tag team partner, and I think Piper was a good fit, but I don't
It
think it
was
was going to be
perfect.
better than the Sonya Deville that they
And
had
I
planned on
think
having.
it would have been. Sonya Deville doesn't have a character
nah, her character.
and
her
she's not a dominant force like where she can be a backup and be like, what you said about my girl, like, you know what I mean? With Chelsea Green, you kind of need that
She had
bodyguard
it though.
girl. Chelsea, I just don't see it for
Because her
Deville.
their beef wasn't with the division. Their beef was with Adam Pearce, and it was hilarious because they both just clown him and joke on him every moment of every promo. It was great, and Sonya was clearly the powerhouse, so it worked out. But I think they kind of dropped it and fumbled a little bit when Chelsea started getting squashed in singles matches. So it's kind of like, oh man, she's a champion and she can't really hold her own against anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's
that's
what
true.
sucks.
But
I do hope that I lost my train of thought.
we used tag team division. Female.
I lost my train of thought completely. Oh, I do hope that Kairi Sane and Asuka take the tag team championships on this Friday and actually do something with it. Because Asuka is obviously a megastar in the division. Kairi Sane is also very talented coming from Stardom. And I just want them to give them some burn and hopefully give us some memorable matches.
Yeah, it's gonna be the longest reign of all time.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I definitely agree with you. I definitely
Who's
agree.
beating them? Who's beating them?
I mean, we said the same thing about Rousey and Shayna when they won it. You know what I mean? Who's beating them? They held it for 3 weeks or something like that. So
They beat themselves. They beat themselves.
All right, so
that's right. They did feud. That's right. They did feud with each other. You're absolutely right.
That's how that started.
I just got word that the Rainmaker is on TNA.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah.
Let's run through.
Let's finish Raw.
Let's finish up Raw. We'll run through NXT, run through some AEW. I want to talk Royal Rumble with you guys, and then we'll get up out of here.
New Day Imperium, no contest. Fire finish, by the way. Double count out. People going through tables. Kofi against Gunther next week. I believe next week.
Should be a good match. Beautiful match.
Should be a really good match. I hope it is. Kofi's really talented.
Yeah.
Ivy now, the Pitbull versus Valhalla. The Valhalla's gimmick is terrifying. She's barefoot. That's too much pain.
Valhalla or Abaddon?
Abaddon.
Ooh.
I'm lying. Neither.
Both matches. It'd be a good, entertaining match, though.
Ivy now took the dub.
Mm-hmm.
Nia Jax had a promo with Becky Lynch and Bayley. You know, Nia Jax and Becky, they were talking that smack. Bayley came out. You know, Bayley kind of got laid out. That's just that's just Bayley. She's just getting clapped. Miz versus Dom Mysterio. Mysterio beat the Miz because Mysterio's that guy. He's gonna have a big 2024.
You already know what's up.
Chad Gable and Ivar. Ivar beat Gable. It's hard for me to believe that Gable is the guy to beat Gunther.
Yeah,
when he can't even beat.
Match.
It was a good match. It was really good. Ivar was really big. Ivar was big and talented.
Yeah.
And Nitram, I know you're listening to me. Ivar is better than Keith Lee.
Ooh. Get ready for the I can feel the group text going crazy once he hears this. I can already feel it.
Hater alert.
I can feel it.
Hater alert.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can only be in that group text sometimes,
it'd be ruthless.
It gets heated.
I'm not gonna agree with you on that though. I'm definitely gonna say Keith Lee is 1,000 times better than Ivar.
I don't know. Ivar's pretty good though.
Ivar's good. Ivar's good, but he's not better than Keith Lee.
Let's get Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks defeats Candice LeRae, and there was an Indy Hartwell sighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're growing.
The women's division. So the women's division is getting up there little by little, and then the main event was Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. McIntyre beats Priest due to R-Truth shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
But did we really see Drew McIntyre losing this match?
Nope.
Make wrestling
too predictable.
Hey man.
Anything on NXT that you saw that you liked?
Yeah, man. I really want to talk about this Dusty Classic match. I thought that was a banger. Zombie King said it a few weeks ago. Braun Breaker, Baron Corbin. Man, those two guys are they fit so well together. It's crazy. It's crazy how perfect they are for each other. But they go up against Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Man, this match was really good, dude. And Nathan Frazier, I don't know if you guys saw the clip or not, but Nathan Frazier ate a mean spear from Braun Breaker. I mean, a mean spear. It looked like it hurt. That definitely hurt.
I say this every chance I get. Braun Breaker has the best spear in the business.
I mean,
there's so many. That's a tough
one
to say.
Best one in the business.
After yesterday, I'd probably agree with you because or not yesterday, Tuesday night. That one was so good, dude. Shout out to Nathan Frazier for. I'm not sure if I know he ate it. I'm not gonna say I'm not sure if he ate it or not, but he ate it. But it looked so painful. It really did look so painful. So shout out to those guys, Breaker, Corbin. They're going on to the final of the Dusty Classic. Looks like
quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. For all YouTube listeners that can leave a comment who thinks that has the best spear? Because that's a tough question. And I would love to find out whoever has the best spear.
Of all time.
I want to know of
all
all time.
You want to know right now? I'm just talking about right now.
Of right now, because all time is right now, 100%.
Well, but the only person doing the spear, it's only Braun, Lashley
sucks.
And Edge.
Terrible
Lashley got a
spear.
good spear, man.
Lashley-
I won't say
Copeland-
the greatest
Cope-
of all time, but Lashley got a good spear.
Copeland's too
has
old.
it's way too old. My man's be
Uh,
fumbling
man.
and
Roman,
fumbling.
Come
Roman,
on.
Roman has a decent one.
Oh, Roman
It's a
does
decent
a
spear.
spear. Yeah. Okay,
Roman's
four.
Roman's not hungry enough to hit that spear like he used
Well,
to.
who
Before,
else? We have Goldberg. We have Rhino. I think Lesnar used to do a spear. There's so many people.
Maybe we'll come back on a list of people who do
Yeah,
the
man.
spear. We'll talk about who has the
I'm
greatest
curious.
one.
I'm curious.
Back to NXT.
Yes.
I love Shawn Michaels. I love you, dude. You're fucking building Lash Legend like she's like the star she is, man. Building her so great. She's just looking fantastic in the ring against the woman you're putting up her against.
Yeah, I want to say definitely are. They're doing a lot better work
Also,
on building.
We had a return on
Superstars.
Tuesday night of somebody who I think is a GOAT in wrestling. And if he tells you to do something in the world of professional wrestling, you should listen to him 100%. We had the return of the British guy, Mr. William Regal, coming back to NXT. He had a conversation with Shawn Michaels, then was confronted by Can't Close Her Mouth Ava, the youngest general manager in WWE history.
Listen, I'm not saying she's a Nepo baby, but the same day that The Rock was announced on the board of directors, it's not a good look, my guys. Not a good look.
Not a good look, exactly. We had Dijak, Joey Gacy, and guys, this match, another one. As much as I don't like Joey Gacy, and y'all know why I don't like Joey Gacy, this match was good because it never started. They just started beating the shit out of each other, and just
That's one way to do it.
no contest, send him back, but it was perfect. You know what I mean? The only thing that sucked is Dijak. Loki kind of took an ass beating to Joey Gacy, and I didn't like that. But he got his face back towards the end of this little situation that was going on. So who knows what's going to be happening with this Joey Gacy thing? I don't know. His story arc is kind of crazy because he went from owning a whole cult to
Being by himself.
I don't know. Well, let's see. The rest of the cult, one is a fucking general manager. The other one is doing some good things on TNA right now, wrestling the world of the tag team division and the indie scene. And here he is stuck wrestling Dijak on a Tuesday night. What happened?
Jesus.
Hopefully, I don't know.
What happened?
That's his bed right there.
Look, Brian H. Waters is probably going to kill me because I know I said I'm going to try, and I'm trying. I'm really trying. But Lexus King is, in the words of Brittany Savage, just down bad.
What are you talking about? That man is amazing.
And his opponent that he had, Trey Bearhill, another dude, just down bad. Dude don't even look like a wrestler.
Bad.
Dude, he don't look like a wrestler. It kills me. He doesn't look like a wrestler. I promise you, from the attire to what he does in the ring, it's just like, oh man, you don't got it, but I guess you do got it because you're on NXT, and I'm just here behind the microphone talking about you. So, but just down bad. Lexus King, he just doesn't do it for me, fellas. He really doesn't. And Chance, I know you like him because y'all got the same barber or whatever, but he just doesn't. He just doesn't do it for me, man. It just, I don't know what it is, but even his flirting backstage is cringing. Like it's just.
It's supposed to be cringy.
I know, but it's just like I don't like it. I don't like it. The
cringy.
ring work, his ring work's supposed to be really good, and I think it's just his opponents that don't make his ring work look good. I don't know. It's just weird. Hey fellas, I do love me some Lola Vice. I will say that. Do love me some Lola Vice. I do love me some Electric Lopez. I think those two are just going to be stars within NXT in the women's division separately and probably together as a tag team. But they were great. Then you have Dragon Lee, Scripps. Dragon Lee wins, guys. Scripps just needs to change his name. I need something else. Scripps is not out the mud. You know what I mean? It's not hard enough. It's not a hard enough name for me. Scripps. Like, I'm not, it's Scripps. Oh my God. Nah, like it just doesn't work. I need a better name for him.
Bro. Nothing's not gangster with an ass.
You might be right. You might be right. But Dragon Lee wins this match. My guy, Obi, Fema.
What is it? Who? What did they say? Who?
He tells Dragon Lee NXT Vengeance Day you can have your rematch. It's gonna be a good match. And Zombie King, I'm happy to say you were wrong. Because my dude's a star.
How many times I gotta say it, bro? I never denied he's a star. I knew he was a star. I'm saying
Blair
don't waste
Davenport,
the star.
Carmen
But
Petrovich.
before we saw him, I do say he is holding his own. Like he's holding the title. And I seen him with the title. I'm like, damn, that looks good on you, bro.
Yeah.
That title looks good on you. And it's not like sometimes some titles may overwhelm a wrestler, and it's not. It's not overwhelming. And that was my fear on over. It was that it was going to overwhelm him, and we're going to lose a potential superstar. And he's not. He's totally embraced it, and he is. Looks like a champion, sounds like a champion, dressed like a champion. That boy's a champion.
Yeah. Wait, Blair Davenport, she went over on Petrovich. That match, fellas, whack, boring. Trick Williams, Josh Briggs, another match. It was, I guess, decent for Trick. We're getting a decent build for Trick, but not the build that I want to see for him being number one contender for Dragunov's title. So it doesn't make it believable that he could beat Dragunov at the moment right now. So we'll see where that goes. And then you Lara Valkyrie and Roxanne Perez contract signing was interrupted by Tatum Paxley. So that was also a little weird. We might get a triple threat. I think we may get a triple threat. Who knows? I don't know. Well, let's talk some AEW. This random AEW episode that Tony Khan put together.
Super random. I mean,
Bro,
it's super random.
random is not the word.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
try to
super
breeze
random.
through this because that's how random it is. We open up with Samoa Joe. You know, Joe will say his piece, get interrupted by Hook. Hook should never grab a mic. Hook should never talk in his life. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I don't know how you guys feel about Hook, but
You know how I feel
I
about
feel like
Hook?
that opening was pointless.
You know how I feel about Hook? I feel Samoa Joe, Hook 2 at AEW Revolution. And in honor of Hook, I'm gonna start
Ooh, I don't
recording
know.
like I'm gonna start recording like this.
All I
Yeah,
know
So my
yeah.
man's
is
talking in the mic.
You gotta lower your
all I
voice a
know
little
is
more, though.
all I know is Samoa Joe is wild for asking who raised Hook while on commentary during the Penta Adam Page
That's
match. Bro.
crazy.
That was
Speaking about
crazy. It was
I'm gonna
crazy.
say
dude.
Samoa Joe, it's so nasty in all aspects of professional wrestling. Like if Samoa Joe calls himself the best in the world, I can believe him because he is truly one of the best.
Yep.
In the ring, on the microphone, even on commentary, we're gonna steal quotes here.
Well, yeah, that's true. We all right. Let's kicked off the show. Penta, Hangman, Adam Page. Decent match, fellas. Actually,
Good
not
match.
decent. Good match.
Good
Those
match.
guys killed
It was
it.
a good match.
You know what really
It's-
put over that match was Samoa Joe commentary.
True.
He was
Let
pointing
me.
over the wrestlers. He was pointing over the potential matches. Everything he was doing was perfect.
Just picking an answer. Don't get too deep into it. Just pick an answer off the top of your head. Who has a better buckshot lariat, Logan Paul or Hangman Adam Page?
Hey man,
I'm gonna be a hater and I'm gonna say Logan Paul.
stop.
Fair enough. Wardlow comes up against Trent Beretta.
on.
Chance, I know you're not a fan of Trent, but he did take a L against Wardlow and just a boring match in my opinion. Just a really
I'm not
really
gonna hold
boring
you.
match.
I kind of enjoyed this from Trent Beretta. Like to me,
What,
Warlow's
you
not
think getting
entertaining at
nasty?
all.
Okay.
No, Warlow's not entertaining. Warlow's just big and doofy looking. And I think Trent did his best to actually make it a really decent match. And I thought Trent did a good job.
I like Trent's tornado DDT. It's clean.
It was nice.
It's
it was
super
nice.
clean.
No,
I will say TK, he has a bad habit of not booking squashes when he's supposed to.
no
It's
one wants
because
to see Wardlow in a
TK is giving you your
squash
60-40 that you want to see.
Oh, bro, I'm not gonna hold you. If you want to build Warlow for the world title picture, he should have squashed fucking Trent Beretta.
Yeah, I do want to talk about this next match though, because I thought when I saw the match card and I seen it, I was just like, damn, I feel so bad for my boy. Like, how is Tony Khan gonna do my boy like that? Like, he's on such a rise. He's one of your main guys right now, and you're gonna put him in the ring with Jeff Hardy. But hey, shouts out to Jeff Hardy, really making Swerve look really good. Swerve making him look really good, and the match.
Like
the match
you
was
said in the
really
beginning,
dope. The match was
Yeah.
really, really good in my opinion. So
It was entertaining. I was watching it. I was popping.
yeah,
I
I was like,
popped for a
okay. I
couple-
was like, okay,
I even
Jeff,
popped
do
for
your
Jeff
thing.
Hardy on a couple of spots. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, Jeff.
I'm
Let's
not gonna
turn
hold
the
you.
ring. Okay.
I'm not gonna hold you. There was a very exact reason why I said Swerve is one of those guys that makes anybody he's going against look amazing, because Jeff Hardy is one of those guys. I feel like
100%.
we've seen enough Jeff Hardy's matches for the past like year and a half. So we're like, all right, Jeff Hardy's clearly washed, guys. And
I
for
don't know
Jeff,
about clearly washed because bro,
he went against two.
It may be his opponent.
Yes, he
Maybe
went
his
against Darby
opponent.
Allin, the Human Ragdoll, and he went against Swerve. And Swerve makes everybody look great. I'm not gonna hold
Yeah,
you.
it does.
But Jeff
Is
is
it
holding on.
is Jay? I mean, not Jay. Is Jeff Hardy hitting a resurgence in his career late game, or is he really being carried by his opponents?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100% being carried by Swerve, but he did a great job at just being in the ring and keeping
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, it's one of his better matches that I've seen from Jeff Hardy
Yeah,
in a while.
definitely.
A
All his
1,000%.
spots came off clean.
1,000%. It was a really good match. But once again, it was another match where their outcome was predictable. Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. If Tony would have had Jeff Hardy beating Swerve clean, I probably would have rioted. I'm not gonna hold you. I would have sent him hate mail.
Yeah.
One thing I
1,000%.
did love from Dynamite over on Wednesday night was the interview set up with Deanna Praza and Tony Storm, the half color, half
The
black
half
and
and half.
white.
Oh,
That
that
was
was
great.
wonderful.
That was
That was
Pop.
wonderful.
That was perfect. That was
Pop.
perfect. They snapped.
Pop.
Thunder Rosa, Red Velvet. Congratulations, Thunder Rosa, on having a dub against Red Velvet, but this match could have been better. I felt like it could have been better from both of them. I think both of these women are trying to get to a Julia Hart title shot. So maybe Thunder Rosa is heading towards the TBS title. We'll see.
I don't see none of them. I don't see none of them being
I don't
top
see none of them
contender
beating
for that.
Yeah. For Julia Hart's title.
Yeah.
I can see it. We had
Thunder Rosa,
the Acclaim.
yeah, but I don't see Thunder Rosa versus Julia Hart for TNT. Not exciting.
True. Chance,
I'm not-
your dream came true. You want to say
The
something about
bang-
Thunder Rosa?
No. How about the next
Okay.
one? But
Okay, yeah, your dream came true. Your Bang Bang Scissor Gang, the Acclaimed,
Hey man.
with Daddy Ass, they go over the Mongol Embassy, which was another decent match, but it was dope to see Bullet Club Gold and the Acclaim uniting a little bit.
That was
I'm
pretty
not
good.
gonna hold you. I thought I wanted it. I saw it. I don't want it no more. I want them separated. I
Thank
do
you.
not. I do not want Bullet Club Gold's faces at all.
Thank
In any
you.
senses of the word.
It sounds
Abolish
cool
it.
on paper,
Sounds amazing on paper. Hell no, remove it.
But
Exit
together?
out.
but together
No.
it's like, what's the outcome?
Yeah.
Where do you
I'd
go
say
from here? Who's
Unification.
getting cold? Like, there's
Unification.
3
That's
of you.
why.
There's 3 of them. Are they going to get jealous after a while?
No,
Like,
it's
where is this going?
unification
knows?
and revolution. God willing. God willing at revolution. But
We might.
you know how you know the trios
Could be.
titles need to be unified?
Tell me.
A week after losing the Ring of Honor World Trio Championships, they immediately get a title shot for the AEW Trio Championship. Like, bro, how you lose your chips and get rewarded with a bigger chip? That's just
It'd be-
crazy to me.
It'd be like that sometimes. Let's talk about this main event. Minoru Suzuki versus the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland. Fellas,
Superstar.
while I was away, I was listening to the episodes. Y'all did fantastic job while I was gone. Chance, you said something that stuck out to me, and you said that you don't want to see Adam Copeland wrestle his friend, and that he came to AEW to have these dream matches, and that's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see him go against these guys for the first time that he's never been against, or been across from in the squared circle. And Wednesday night was that night, and this match was really good. I mean,
Loved it.
It was really good. I'm not sure
I
if
really enjoyed that promo he did too before the match.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm not really sure if it's because at Suzuki's age, if he's able to keep up with Copeland. You know what I mean? Because there was times where I thought Suzuki moved way better than Copeland was moving.
Yeah, it was a
But,
little choppy. A little choppy. It was a good choppy.
He was tired at the end. Though.
Believable.
You've seen it. You've seen it in Adam's face. Dude was tired. He couldn't get his Christian Cage promo out of his damn mouth. He was so damn tired running in that damn running ropes with Suzuki. But it was a good match.
He understand. I was gonna call him his old name, Adam Copeland, superstar. He's a WWE through and through. You know what I mean? I don't think he ever wrestled outside of the WWE. other than training for the WWE. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he probably never felt Japan type wrestling before. This may be his first time feeling that strong style, because like I always said, WWE has his own type of wrestling. They're almost micromanaged a little bit. I'm pretty sure that whole match was in the ring, feeling each other out, not calling anything, just calling inside the ring. You know what I mean? And how, other than wrestling his friends from calling inside the ring like that, this is probably the first time he ever done that, and
True.
realize how long he'd been been wrestling. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna hold you. This Copeland challenge is what I wanted from Adam Copeland.
Yes,
I
I
want him-
enjoy it now.
I enjoy this way more than people getting a spotlight through championship matches by wrestlers who don't deserve them because they haven't done shit to deserve them. So
Right.
I rather the wrestlers get their shine through this open challenge. And personally, I wasn't really crazy about the match because, like you said, the match was choppy, a little botchy. There was too many spots where I was like, oh, come on, guys. You guys are been doing this for the last like 20, 30 years.
But
Get it-
that only means that nothing was called, nothing was planned.
No,
They didn't talk to each other
no,
before
and
the
I underst-
match.
And
You
I
know what I mean?
listen, I understand that 1,000%, but to me, it was like I want to see more of these first time matches for Adam Copeland. But me personally, I didn't enjoy it. But I do love what Adam is doing on AEW now.
Mm.
Now
Yeah.
I see the vision. Now I see the vision of what he's doing. I see the vision of him wanting to have these first time matches, and I want to continue. Listen, I want to see it all the way through. I don't want to see the Copeland Open end. I don't. Listen, I really
No.
want to see Copeland versus Swerve. I want to see him against Hangman. I want to see him against Penta, Ray Phoenix, Daniel Garcia. I want to see him against all these guys, man.
You
wanna
know
see
what
him
I
lose, though.
want?
I,
Oh yeah,
I
he'll
don't- I
lose
don't-
eventually. I
I
don't think he
I
needs
do
to
wanna
win.
s-
I mean,
Listen, I do think he'll lose. You know what I mean? As long as he's not going for the world title, I don't care what Copeland does.
no. I think if they ever do decide to put a title on him before he retires, he doesn't care about the title anymore. He does his challenges, his open challenge, and he does it for hopefully a year straight. And hopefully Christian holds that title for a year straight. And then one day Christian pops up as his mystery's opponent and drops the title to him eventually.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think the rankings are gonna set something straight, and technically, Adam Copeland has the most wins in 2024, so he might be number one on that ranking list, and he might decide to go after Christian Cage again. And I'm gonna be complaining again when that happens about why is he in AEW
I
for?
think-
If he's just gonna want to
Fair
fight his
enough.
friends.
Fair enough. Let's
Yeah.
let's move on. Let's jump into some hot tags. Let's we talked about it. Out of nowhere question of the week, fellas. Netflix, WWE, so-called 10-year deal. How are we really feeling about this though? Like, is this a good move for Netflix? Is it a better move for Netflix, or is it a better move for WWE?
It's a better move for the WWE. Actually, for both. It's a rare win-win. So when you have a streaming service, like Ant says, when you have so many streaming services, you might as well have cable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was a lot of reasons why people weren't having Netflix anymore. They just weren't having enjoyable content for them. So now you get wrestling fans, WWE fans in particular, back on the thing. Most of them already have Netflix. They can go watch Raw whenever they want now, man. You know what I mean? It's at their fingertips. They can just replay the episode. It's no longer mandatory to watch it on Monday nights. I don't know how they're going to do it. If they do it live, beautiful. If they do it available at 8 p.m. Monday, cool too.
Pre-recorded episodes.
I don't know. They haven't really released much about it. I do hope it's live.
Yeah. I hope it's
I
live.
don't-
I am paying for pre-recorded.
I'm not gonna lie, pre-recorded isn't really enjoyable. I can just Google the results and the promos.
Right. That's the part that sucks about it. So who knows? Who knows
one
how?
thing-
Who knows how Netflix is gonna do it?
Well, let's
one
see,
thing-
because it'll be the third time. Are they still keeping Peacock?
Yes.
For one more year, until 2026.
So this is the second time that we're switching apps again. So that's annoying.
I mean, I feel like Netflix is mostly everybody has Netflix.
Well, now because I think right now it's better for Netflix because remember they did the whole stop sharing password thing and they lost a lot of people. They almost lost me. All right, you gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do with my password? But anyway, that's something else. But you know what I mean. So hopefully, with getting the deal with the E, they bring back some of those people they lost with that, and they
I mean,
ease up on this password sharing thing.
I guess. Listen, I think that's what the goal is, because WWE, they have like 2+ million viewers on any given week.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's
man.
probably their goal to get them back in. But what I
But
want to
yo,
talk
you know
about
what I mean?
is I brought up the Okada on TNA, but early in the week we got a little bit of rumors that he was gonna go to WWE and NXT. I know
mean,
Martin wasn't happy about that because a man of Okada's stature should not be on NXT. But I feel like it would be
No.
good for him to learn the cameras and learn how WWE TV goes. I'm not saying he has to be there for 6 to 8 months because that's ludicrous. It's still Okada, but
Yeah.
Right.
a nice month and a half, dominate everybody who's there in a 95-5 match. They don't even breathe.
I mean,
Like,
just
they don't even
take
get
take the North American Championship, take the NXT Championship, take the tag team titles, just do it all
drop
by
it.
yourself,
And
and then drop it.
just drop it all.
Relinquish it all. Yeah, just drop it.
Yeah,
Just
man,
relinquish
okay,
it
I
because
don't mind.
you're the rainmaker. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
yeah.
exactly what. Just fuck everything up and skate off. But how, Marcus? Since I know you've been watching New Japan for a while, and you definitely have more of a watching relationship with Okada, how would you feel about if Okada started in NXT for a little bit?
Yeah, like I mean, like you said, I think it's a great idea for Okada to learn the statute of the WWE, because it's kind of hard to learn. You know what I mean? And I mean, if Oscar could go do it, Io Sky could go do it, Kairi Sane could go do it, Shinsuke could go do it, why can't Okada come out and do the same thing? And I kind of feel like the same way if Julia was going to the WWE, I think NXT is a perfect spot for her too, just so she could learn, like you said, where camera angles, how to do this, how to respond to the WWE universe, because the WWE universe, we're very unforgiving. You know what I mean? We either like you or we don't, or we love to hate you. And there's no there's no in between. If you suck, and we're gonna let you know that you suck and you shouldn't be in the ring. So I think if he does get to learn that, at the end of the day, like you said, he's Okada. I mean, the dude's fantastic. What, 40 plus years old? He's freaking, he doesn't look a day over 30 for some odd reason. Can move, can probably keep 95% of your wrestlers safe while he's in the ring. So, and I mean, think about what guys like Braun Breaker could learn from Okada. You know what I mean? Just like being in the ring with guys like that.
Okada's still 36 years old. He still has
30
years to go.
Oh, 36? Oh, okay. Then see, look at that. Oh, you know who's 40 plus? Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi is 40 plus. And
Really?
that man don't look over a day of 30.
He looked like 27. I'm not even gonna hold you. He looks super young.
I think he's 41 or 42. But no, I think NXT for Okada would be good. Like you said, nothing too long. Go in, dominate for a month and a half, and then let me see you at a major PLE.
Straight to the main.
Listen, I hope it happens, but right now apparently he's wrestling a trios match on TNA. Because he did get a start over there in TNA before he was the Rainmaker.
Yeah,
also
so that's
didn't like TNA when he got over there.
Now, if he goes to TNA, that's a great spot for him. I mean, a great spot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he should be world champion immediately.
Facts.
I don't want to see him in AEW.
AEW would be
I don't
a
want
great
to see him.
spot. It'd be a great spot.
I don't want to
TNA.
I feel like my issue, you know how I said Raw is kind of like mid-card heavy? AEW is too top heavy. They have so much main event talent that they don't have a single idea what to do with it.
True.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
Bro, it's like 20 main eventers on AEW. And it's not a bad problem to have at all.
That's why they got 3,000 belts.
Yes, but it's all one big brand. So if they were to do a brand split, I'd be like, okay, you can make it work. But you don't, so it's kind of like, what does anybody ever really do? To be honest,
hey, I just work here.
Yeah, right. I really want to talk about this when I saw this clip.
Go ahead.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but on Raw there hasn't really been much interaction between Rhea and Dom really as of late. They haven't really spoken on TV. They're not doing their mommy thing and Dom thing anymore. I don't think Rhea does the Dom thing under the eye anymore. And earlier this week, there was an interview that dropped that Rhea was talking about that the fans have been absolutely disrespectful and unrelentless to Buddy Murphy and AEW as Buddy Matthews. That every single time that Rhea cuts a promo, does anything, they're tagging Buddy in every single thing they do, and that she's grateful for him being the strong man that he is mentally and spiritually, because ultimately that I believe that does take a toll on somebody. I mean,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
get me
Yeah.
wrong.
definitely.
In the beginning, I was on Relentless too because it was funny as hell.
I
The
think
Buddy
I,
Matthews, the
I
Buddy
think it
Matthews
worked
shit is
both
probably my
ways
favorite
though
one
too,
ever.
because I think Dom's fiance was also getting like comments on her Instagram, like fans are like, "Oh, you're not mommy. You'll never be better than mommy." So I think it just took over their personal lives a little too much.
And that
Yeah,
and it's a
definitely.
fact. So I think definitely they took a step back, but it sucks, man, because it was such a great dynamic for both of them. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
So it sucks
Unfortunately, we
that
can't always split reality and fiction,
and
and
I
we
know,
blur the lines a little too much sometimes.
and listen, I'm sure that I'm fairly certain that like Dom and Buddy, they had a few conversations, about everything. Like, listen, I know you previously before. I would never do anything to disrespect you and
Mhm.
your relationship. And I'm pretty sure that Rhea had a conversation with Dom's fiance saying the same thing. You know what I mean? These guys are professionals. They know what they're doing, and they know never to cross that line.
Yeah,
But
and
it
it's just
just
acting. I mean, at the end of the day, we're actors.
and
Stunt man.
it sucks though, because it was such a great gimmick. So I just wanted to know how you guys felt about that.
I think one, it sucks because it was really cool. It was really dope to see Rhea and Dom. You know what I mean? And it was just like the merch was there, the catch lines were there, everything was there to make that something so great. Like you could have took that away from the Judgment Day, and them just being mommy and Dom would have had worked so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just sucks that the IWC just really was just like, oh yeah, Buddy Matthews, how you feel about Dom doing this and doing that? It's just like, man, first of all, as wrestling fans, we all know, there's certain lines of kayfabe that you just follow, and then you realize that there's stuff that you're like, okay, at the end of the day, they're still human beings. You know what I mean? Wrestling is just their job. So, when they're done wrestling, they go live a normal life like some of us do. So I just think it sucks that people had to bring personal issues into it for both of them. Because wasn't
Yeah.
there a time too where what PLE was it that Rhea wasn't at, and she was actually in Australia watching a rugby match with Buddy, and everybody was giving her shit for it.
Yeah, it sucks,
Yeah, there
man.
was one.
It does suck. I think it's time.
I do want to say, I do want to bring this up because two things. Y'all seen the thing about John Cena? How do
Yeah.
you feel about that? You think he should just retire, hang it up now?
1,000%.
Why is that?
At this point,
You guys know how I feel about old wrestlers. Nah,
I mean-
but honestly, John's in a point of his career where he's clearly giving back to wrestling, right? He's not taking no wins, straight losses. My guy's not really doing much. I love
Okay.
John Cena. I love John Cena for the promos, what he brings to the fans, and what he means to the WWE and as wrestling as a whole. Because he did hold down wrestling for like a good couple years.
He
But
did.
at the same time, he doesn't. If we get John Cena back, I want John Cena back for months at a time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want him on SmackDown or Raw. I want him cutting promos. I want him having singles matches, tag matches. But honestly,
do you think? So what was it saying? He was saying he wanted to be done before he was 50. Do you think during that time, what is it, 4 or 3 years span time, do you think he gets one more to surpass Ric Flair?
no.
I don't think so. I don't think he wants it.
No.
I don't think he wants it. I think if he genuinely wanted it, I think when Vince was still in control, I think Vince would have given it to him.
I think Triple H might still give it to him out of just respect.
Nah,
Ric Flair's his boy. He ain't Triple H ain't gonna do that.
Probably not.
It'll be 2 months to put it on him, then it'll be 2 months to take it off of him.
You know what I mean?
It'll be if they did that, it would be all right. We knew exactly why they did this.
I'm okay with that. And then you
I'm fine
have
with that.
Austin Theory cash in.
That'd be phenomenal. I love that so much. How do we feel about The Rock on the board of directors? Me personally, I feel like they only did this because it was the only way to guarantee The Rock to come do a Rock Roman match. Was to give him this boatload of money on the board of directors and have him now financially responsible for doing this for them to now find
Right.
his own pockets.
It's like it's a win. It's like a win-win situation for both for The Rock, let alone TKO WWE, right? Because like you said, how were we going to get The Rock to do this? Oh, this is what you want to do. Fine. This is what you're going to do. But now that you're doing it, we want you to do it. And if you're not going to do it, then there's obviously some problems. So I think it's a win-win because now you get The Rock. The Rock is going to get his money, and everyone's going to be happy. So we will see. I don't like you said, we brought it up earlier. I don't like, you became board of directors and your first move is out of nowhere your daughter's general manager of NXT. Like, okay, Shawn Michaels, just move along to the side, I guess. I guess Shawn ain't cooking no more. It's Ava. Ava's cooking.
That's not. It's just Ava in the back. We see
It's
it
just
clear,
Ava. Yeah,
clear as day.
clear as day. Ava
Clear as
cooking.
day.
Hey, Cody Rhodes brought up during an interview. He said that Ricky Starks and Wardlow would be perfect fits for the WWE. Can you guys see that?
Ricky Starks, yeah, Warlow, no.
Wardlow has the second most punchable face in AEW, so I can't imagine it working in WWE.
What about Ricky Starks?
Superstar. But I'll be kind of sad we can't call him Stroke Daddy no more. It's grown on me.
Good.
Hey, we got one of the major pay-per-views on Saturday night, the Royal Rumble. Let's talk about it. First, let's talk about how it's only 4 matches. What the hell? What are we doing, WWE? What are we doing?
Perfect.
I feel like it was supposed to be 5, but that Seth Jinder match really just threw a
big curveball. Threw a big
monkey wrench
curveball.
into things. It sucks, man, because it's like, I understand the point of having a workhorse champion, but Jesus, man. Honestly, I feel like Seth wasn't wrestling at the Rumble anyway, because he
might have not been.
He had nobody really lined up. He had no feuds going on. He really had nobody to go face. What was the direction for Seth? You know what I mean?
True. Well, let's talk about this card. I assume the show's going to kick off with the United States Championship match. Logan Paul defending against Kevin Owens. Who do y'all think is taking this?
Logan Paul.
I want to say Kevin Owens.
Logan Paul's walking into.
I think Kevin Owens is putting Logan Paul over 100%.
I think Logan Paul's going to walk into WrestleMania as United States champion.
I could see that. I could see that.
That could be a possibility.
He could do that. Let's talk about the main event, Fatal 4-Way match.
The only other match that's not a Royal Rumble match?
Yeah, for the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. We have the one, the only Tribal Chief himself. Throw your ones in the air. Roman Reigns defending against the Snake, the Viper, Randy Orton, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and with everybody
Poopy
saying
LA
LA Knight.
Poopy Knight?
Yeah. Fatal 4-Way. How do y'all think this is going to end? Obviously, I feel like we all know Roman is walking away champion.
Yeah, I just hope it's clean. Like,
who's taking the fall?
LA Knight or AJ Styles.
I think it's AJ. I thought about it. AJ's the only one where a pin. I think AJ's the only one who a pin wouldn't hurt.
I think it's Randy.
No, that was allegedly this was the reason they didn't want Randy and Roman in the 1-on-1.
Was
because
trying to say that
they didn't want. They want to save that. They want to save it later on. So I feel like AJ's the only one who's safe enough to take a pin and not hurt anybody.
Okay.
Like, obviously, they're still a little bit on the fence on Poopy Knight. So if he takes the pin, who knows what those radical LA Knight fans do? You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So the Tribal Chief is definitely retaining his title. He's taking it all the way to WrestleMania. We all know that. With Seth Rollins out for the Elimination Chamber, do you think it is kind of like now we're going to see Roman at Perth?
I feel like you kind of don't have a choice at this point. Like I said earlier, I feel like you have to rearrange his dates and make that happen, because not having 2 world champions and having neither defend at a pay-per-view.
What if you build up a good Elimination Chamber match around the Intercontinental Championship? Give me Brock Lesnar, give me Gunther, give me Drew McIntyre, give me Bronson Reed, give me Ivar, give me Otis.
No, definitely
not. Better
nothing but slapping meat for the Intercontinental Championship.
No. I would like to see it only because it's a good way to take the belt off Gunther and still make him look strong.
Give the belt straight to Brock Lesnar.
Everyone needs Gunther as the world champion right now.
Honestly, Perth is a big event because I'm pretty sure it's like a 60,000 seater in Australia.
Yeah,
you need a world champion at that event. You know what I
Agreed.
mean? This isn't some United States show in some regular size arena. This is Australia. This is a big event. If you do really well here, you might think about coming back. If you
Yeah,
don't do well here, you're probably never coming back.
I know you definitely come back, but here's the question: if you only had to put one champion, and you need a champion to sell out the building, what champion you putting on?
Roman Reigns every
Roman
single time.
Reigns every single time, 100%. Sorry,
So
Brandon.
it doesn't,
I know
yeah,
Seth
so
Rollins
it
is your
doesn't
guy,
even
but
matter if Seth is injured or not. If you want to pack out that building, you book Roman Reigns if he's injured or not.
yeah, but
Uh,
Point period.
the thing is to protect Roman, especially with the health issues he was having. So that's why Seth was working so much. But now with Seth being out, we kind of have no choice but to put Roman, because being at Perth, if the elimination chamber was in Texas or some random state in the United States, you don't need the championship match. But the fact,
No.
like Chance said, that you're doing it across the world and you're trying to prove a point that you could do this across the world in different countries, yeah, you need a world champion there.
Yeah,
You need
1,000%.
somebody to
Roman
sell.
Reigns.
Right,
Seth
Roman
Rollins
Reigns,
not
but I mean,
gonna
I think people want to see Seth Rollins too. You know what I mean? That stadium was going to go ballistic to sing his entrance music.
And then, bro, it's rough. It's a rough thing. But honestly, you need Roman. So
Yep.
honestly, if Roman loses at Mania, we might not see him to SummerSlam. You know what I mean?
True.
Then he could start his descent on breaking down the bloodline. But
The big dog can break down the bloodline.
true. Let's talk
I'm
about
just
some of
joking.
my
Wait,
favorite time.
let's talk about the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
Who do y'all
Honestly-
who do y'all think is winning?
My heart tells me
It's gonna
Liv's gonna win, but I have a feeling it's gonna be Jade.
Liv Morgan, Jade Cargill.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's gonna be a new player.
Okay, I like the names I'm hearing though, because we haven't seen Liv in a while.
Or
We've
Bayley.
been waiting on Jade. I'm cool with Bailey.
I'm going with Jade and Nia Jax.
You
That's my
think
two.
you think we might see a special visit from Ronda Rousey?
No.
I hope
No?
not.
She was on AEW. She's basically dead to them.
She was on Ring of Honor. She wasn't on AEW.
I hope
That's
not.
dead.
I don't
That's
think-
dead to H.
Yeah.
She's a goner. She doesn't
Even if
exist.
she wasn't dead or not, I still don't find that like a oh my god surprise. It's like, oh man, she's back. Oh
No.
man.
Who would you like to as a surprise from a women's though? Without saying Mercedes Moné, because if Brandon was here, that's who he would have been saying right now.
Of course, yeah.
Without saying Mercedes, who would be like if a pop for you?
Mickey Jane's always a nice pop.
Mickey James.
There's been
For me personally, I think it'd be really cool if Julia came out.
I
Julia.
don't think she is. Her contract hasn't expired yet.
No, I mean I know. I was just saying I think it would be cool.
Always pop for
Um,
Lita.
I
No, I don't want to see Lita, bro.
Trish Stratus.
Always pop.
Don't want to see Trish Stratus.
Trinity, when Naomi's probably be back by then.
Trinity
the
would be
Rumble.
cool. Yeah,
That'd be
if I see the Field of Glow, I'm a pop. If I see
Yeah,
Field of
man.
Glow, because she was tough.
You think they keep the same? You think they keep the same gimmick?
I hope not.
I hope so, because I feel like that's who she is. You feel me? Like I feel like that's unless she's gonna go by the Fatu and join the Bloodline. But then you kind of mess up because Jimmy doesn't go by Fatu. He's Jimmy Uso. So I think
I don't think
you just bring back Field of Glow, bring my girl back.
Yeah, I don't think she goes by Fatu.
Yeah, so I'll be okay with that.
It was dope
Okay.
that she went by Fatu in TNA though.
True.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
True.
But
It was.
talk about Mercedes. Do you think it's now or never for Mercedes in WWE?
No.
Yes, I think if it's not at the Rumble, then that's it. We're never going to see her in a WWE ring, like for quite some time. For quite some time.
I agree.
And
with
and
that.
the
It's
only and the only reason why I say that is because the rumors have just been so wild at this point, and I feel like if the reveal isn't for the Rumble, then what is it for? You know what I mean?
I almost say, don't sleep on the Monday after Raw. I mean after WrestleMania.
I think she's signed
that's too
before then.
long. That's too
That's
long.
way too
Yeah,
far out.
that's too long. She'll
That's
be
too
signed
far out.
to.
How
She'll be
many
signed to
times
somebody.
But how many times they release people that Monday after WrestleMania? How
No,
many surprises you get?
I feel what you're saying.
It's always a guarantee surprise that
And
Monday.
I feel that, but I just feel like
It's
I
way
feel
too
like
far out.
that's way too far out. And then all that's doing is you're telling me that the storyline with Bailey and the Damage Control has to extend all the way to the end of WrestleMania.
No, you ended at WrestleMania. You ended with Bailey winning the title, and then Bailey goes on Monday, and then you have Sasha Banks come
Why
out.
would Bailey be on Monday? She's
Why
a
would- yeah, why
SmackDown
would-
Women's
but-
Champion.
Or
She's
yeah,
SmackDown
she's-
Women's Champion.
SmackDown.
I don't want to see Bailey and I don't want to see Sasha come back and go against Bailey. We've had that too many times.
I don't
don't
want to
want- I
see
don't want
Sasha
that.
Banks versus Rhea Ripley.
I'm
Hopefully
not
she's
gonna hold.
still
I'm not gonna hold
champion.
you. That Monday after Mania is way too far out, bro.
Yeah, I think that's what
That's
I
that's
think
way
if
too
I
far
think
out.
if Sasha
No,
or Mercedes, whatever she wants to go by
Yeah,
right now,
February,
no,
March,
it's Mercedes.
April.
But no, 3 months is way
WrestleMania's
too.
like
She'll be signed.
3
She'll be
months
signed.
away.
She'll be
She's
signed to somebody
signed.
by then. You think she'll be holding out till then?
She's been holding out this long. What's 3 more months?
Well, she has to.
That's-
She's hurt. She's got no choice but to hold out.
Yeah, she's healing up.
She's healing up. She has nobody wants
Okay,
a hurt
Adam
wrestler
Cole.
right now.
And you can still do promos, and you can still talk on the mic, and you still can do stuff around your injuries.
I'm not gonna hold you. That's still way too far out. If she's not, my opinion is
3 months.
if she's not in the Rumble, she's in AEW at Revolution.
Agreed.
So
yeah, she's
we're
not.
talking
She's not at the
we're
Rumble
talking
on
about
March
her
3rd. She's coming to
rehabbing
Greensboro, North
injuries,
Carolina,
and
and I'm
we
gonna see
want
her
her in
live.
the Rumble this Saturday.
No, she's not. She healed. She's cleared.
She's clear to wrestle, but like she's not at the Rumble. Then yeah, she's not gonna be in a WWE ring for quite some time.
No, I don't think so. Because you have too many people. You already have too many girls coming out during the Rumble.
Like
You
who?
already
Jade
Jade.
and Naomi. Naomi's one of her best friends. Why would that be an
Exactly.
issue for her?
You're gonna have 3 big names come out in the Rumble. What are you gonna do with them What are you gonna do with them for the rest of the build up to WrestleMania? Have them all talk to each other?
I'm
I
not
mean-
gonna hold you.
I mean-
there's not usually that many women's matches at Mania anyway.
I mean,
know
if,
what I mean, there's
if,
like 2 or
if
3.
Sasha comes back at the Rumble and wins and says she's going to SmackDown, why can't we just send Jade and Naomi to Raw and feud over there?
Or you can have Mercedes fight Jade at Mania.
That too.
You know what I mean? She can
Yeah,
eliminate.
You need a current girl that's.
But I think
working.
Jade Cargill's another one who also might need some NXT time. So from
Listen, that's all-
just from the PC, but let's
Probably, but I doubt it.
let's get back into the men's Royal Rumble match. Let's talk about this. Who do you guys think is going to take this home?
Pepsi Phil.
Mm.
You know, I want to say
Pepsi.
Cody Rhodes because,
Who
like we've been saying, if it doesn't finish this story this year, what's the point?
Yeah, but he can get a number 1 contenders match through Nick Aldis.
mm,
Nick Aldis to hate on Roman. He could be like, "Oh, I know somebody who you don't want to face at WrestleMania."
Yep,
Then you
yep,
WrestleMania
100%.
only has one royal family.
That
Um,
can't block twice.
What kind of surprises? Who are you going to pop if you see someone? You think Brock Lesnar's
Honestly,
making a debut, or not a
Maybe
debut?
not.
Maybe a comeback, show his face.
Probably. I
It'd be
think we
nice.
see Matt Cardona.
I'd be okay with Matt Cardona. What about Hulk? You saw his promo or his
No,
little commercial
I
that he
hope
did.
No, no.
I hope not.
If he
Listen,
comes in, and I hope Bobby Lashley's in the ring, so we can just just one off everyone. This is for everyone. Bobby Lashley throw the hats in the air, and that's it.
no. If Hulk's in the Mania, I want Hulk to win the Mania. I want the final 5 to be Hulk Hogan, Brock Lesnar, Omos, Montez Ford, and like
Vince
and then
McMahon.
Hogan, and oh my god, and it's Hogan just eliminating everybody.
That's it.
Nah, dude, I cannot. No.
Nah, but I'm gonna
Hogan would be
honestly,
hilarious. Hogan would be
honestly, I really
hilarious.
don't know. I feel like this Rumble is so it's up there. It's
Could
like
we-
it can go either or. It's
could we
not
see
a
Okada?
Rumble that's very predictable.
Nah, his contract expires the 31st.
Mm. That sucks. So no
I doubt it.
Okada.
Probably Andrade. Andrade's
That'd be cool.
reemergence.
Andrade would be
That's
cool.
the only. I think that's the only guy that's really surprised.
Andrade
else
would
is-
be cool.
I mean,
So
Matt
we think.
Cardona-
So go ahead.
Matt Cardona would be dope. He posted on
Matt Cardona would be
But if you
dope
had-
too.
he
But would
posted
they
on the
let him-
board.
But would they let
Broski
him come back
101.
as Matt Cardona?
Matt Cardona would be cool.
He'd
So we
come
got
back as Zack Ryder.
the Zombie King is going with Cody Rhodes. Chance, you were going with Pepsi Phil. I don't know.
If Cody,
Say Drew
if CM Punk
McIntyre.
doesn't,
And happy.
if Punk doesn't win the Rumble, you're gonna put him in an elimination chamber for the number one contenders match? That's
Hell yes.
crazy.
Hell yeah. Go on that.
You are relentless. This
Go
is
on that.
Ant's the guy who wants to see the collar match between Sting and Ric Flair.
What if Jay wins
no.
and then goes to SmackDown and challenges
But he
Roman one
can't-
more time?
CM Punk can't work a match. At least you can work around him.
Work
in
around the
that-
Oh,
chamber?
no.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
take a bump and sell for half an hour. You know you
Oh
can't
my
work a match.
god.
We
You're
will
relentless.
see. We will see. We're a little over time. We got a. Are we gonna do a review? We might do a review. Royal
We'll do
Rumble
a review.
recap. Royal Rumble recap
Little
and see
something.
a little something from all of us. Brandy is going to be at the Rumble ringsider. So if you see him, stop by, take a picture. Tell him we said that we told you to do that.
Yeah.
He's not weirded out
1,000
about anything.
No, don't tell him we told you to say that. Just be like, oh my god, you're Brandy freaking Savage. Can I get a photo?
Pretty freaking savage. Can I
I get
take
a photo
a
with you,
picture with
please?
you?
My favorite
Please.
wrestler.
And then look at the guy to his right and be like, Jacob, take this picture right now.
Yeah.
You'll have Brandy feeling like a superstar for real, for real. Let's get up out of here. You guys go ahead and get your plugs in.
And
Or before we do that, Ant,
What's
are
up?
we wrestling again or are you still on injury reserve?
I'm on injury reserve. I'm rehabbing my back. Unfortunately, I blew up my back this
Mm.
past week. I was been yeah, bro. If you're a wrestler or just living every day, stretch. Make sure you stretch. Okay. My doctor told me to take up yoga. Okay. That was out his mouth. So I need to stretch. I wasn't properly stretching. Pull a muscle in my back. Excuse me. Good enough it wasn't inside the ring. It was do something simple. As being a wrestler, you'll find out getting injured is always with the simple stuff. So
True.
take this advice. Stretch.
True.
Other
Alright,
than that,
guys.
Tommy King 91, Tommy King Instagram, you already know.
guys, the only thing I care about is this goddamn mother effing Twitter account. Or SIDESOTR. Also, we are doing a trivia show for the whole month of February, maybe a little bit into March, because we kind of goofed and started this a little bit too late. But you know, trivia
Alright,
coming
so
soon.
good, so good.
Trivia coming soon. We are excited for that. Doing something new with other podcasters too. So this is going to be
Yeah.
a really good way to network with everybody. You'll see Coffee and Wrestling on there. Said they were going to play. The Wrestling Realm said they were going to play. We got some big names. Wrap Up Wrestling said they were going to be on. So we're really excited. We're going to be on. Chance and Brandon are going to
Oh yeah.
play for us. So we're really excited for that. But other than that, guys, follow us on all our social media.
Oh, guys, hold up.
Four
Hold
Sides
on.
of the Ring podcast.
There's a big prize.
We can't announce that yet. We're not going to announce the prize.
Oh,
Follow us on YouTube.
Come on.
Like, share, subscribe. Other than that, Ringsiders, you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
The prize is me in your house talking about wrestling on your couch.